we are live here with more of the infectious madness of Dr. Dekker. Excuse me. So, when we last left off with Dr. Dekker, we had basically discovered that all of the patients that Dr. Dekker was either a very crappy doctor or he just so happened to be insane himself because, well, Dr. Dekker managed to end up getting murdered by one of his patients. Dun dun dun. And his patients all seem to be still pretty bonkers. So yeah, it's definitely possible that whatever hell Cthulhu thing Dr. Dekker's dealing with, has not quite gotten rid of it yet. But hey, maybe it will work. Maybe we'll finish what Dr. Dekker started, I should say. Who's to say? Who's to say? But yeah, anyways, it was one of those Fridays for me. Excuse me. I really don't think that my Friday was that interesting. It wasn't that good. I'm actually just looking forward to finishing this and just shooting the shit and all that stuff, because
Midnight each day.
On Valentine's night.
Time as you know it freezes.
20 minutes past 10.
Keep up, Doctor.
Thinks we're going to smother her in her sleep.
I'm a grave digger, Doctor.
I was at home.
David is my husband.
All on my lonesome.
Stabbed him with a steak knife.
Nothing changes.
I'm a qualified angel of death.
When I'm dancing,
You get this day over and over.
Hilda.
I black out.
I don't think she's got long.
And Laurie just...
Naked on the beach.
Hannah.
Is that it for today?
Alright, now the reason why we got that cutscene, by the way, is the fact that we actually hadn't gone through... we actually hadn't advanced over the next day. Now, of course, the big thing that, excuse me, that we learned in the last... or the big thing that we got from this was that any one of the people that we are seeing is a suspect for who killed Dr. Dekker. We have Jaya, our assistant, who seems to be the most mentally stable of them all. We also have evidence. Evidence including Dr. Dekker's resignation letter. On February 11th, now, for those of you who aren't aware, with the timeline of the game, Dr. Dekker was killed on Valentine's Day night, and this resignation letter is dated the 14th or the 11th. Very curt. Like, seriously. Like, that is actually, like, a very curt, thing to say, really. Excuse me. So now I think that we might need to talk a little bit with Jaya about this resignation letter, because it's way too curt.
I think you might be barking up the wrong tree there.
Really? Really? Boo. But anyways, you can ignore Jasmine and Lacey here because we've gotten all of their dialogue done. Now we have Nathan, the guy who claims to be living a loop a la Groundhog Day, with several days of his life being the same day over and over and over again. I can already tell that I don't think that this guy killed Dr. Dekker, just that he's got psychological issues. The same thing kind of goes with Mariana. She's definitely a sultry type but I don't think that she's the killer. Speaking of sultry type, she gets blackouts and ends up in the sea. She thinks she's a mermaid, maybe? I don't know. It's a good thing to think of. So, or it's an interesting thing to think of, as you were. And so, yeah. Let's see. Na, na, na. Okay. Now, again, this is me trying to use no hints with this, so, excuse me. I know that might get a little tedious. I am trying to remember what I asked, too, because I don't want to repeat the same thing over and over again. Have you been dancing? Let's see,
I've danced around in my living room, but no clubs since last time. I like dancing around in my underwear. Sometimes less.
Okay. So... dancing in underwear? Your underwear? Again, sometimes it isn't, like, 100% uniformly clear, like, what the game wants to you to ask, but I give that a little bit, or I actually like that a lot, because otherwise you just would, like, ask the questions the game wants of you and ignore everything else.
Doctor, I don't think our relationship has got to that point yet.
Well, at least she acknowledged it. Oh, so actually, okay. That actually worked. Okay. Excuse me. Alright. So that technically worked. Let's see. Dating... anyone? Right now? I suppose I should probably say, are you, as in Mariana. Are you... Again, this would be much easier, yes, with a keypad, but I'm playing the Xbox version.
I'm not seeing anyone at the moment.
Okay. Damn it. Let's try this again. Dating Dr. Dekker. I'm trying to get the thing in the green here. That's what I'm trying to do. Because that helps you not only get the information to solve the murder, but it also allows you to, well, get to know the characters better. So, yeah. Almost put Dr. Dekker. I don't think that would have worked.
We went out for drinks. Didn't you know? He said it was a breach of something or the other, but I can be pretty persuasive when I want to be.
Okay. How can you be persuasive? But yeah, I hope everybody's having a good day. At least had a better day than me. Was very... I guess I've had worse days, but I just wanted it to end, kind of thing. And now I can't spell.
I know, it's pretty hard to believe, isn't it? I feel pretty ugly. But I think I have a nice smile.
Yes, you do. What was your relationship with Dr. Dekker? I'm going to ask one more question, then I'll move on. We're going to
We
get
only
through
went out
this.
for drinks that one time.
Bye! It worked! See? Na. You only drink water? And I'm asking this because she said that when she went out with Dr. Dekker for drinks, she didn't drink. She says she doesn't drink when she goes to the clubs. I should probably say drank, as in... Yeah, only drink water?
Don't know. It's cold in here.
Okay.
I guess it was a couple of days before Valentine's Day. It wasn't a date or anything. I noticed in our sessions that he was acting a little strange. He just didn't seem right. I wanted to find out what was wrong.
Okay. Now I know what to do with the resignation letter. Did Dekker tell you about his resignation? See, this is why I'm not trying to use the hints, because it's going to make me feel clever about this. Tell you about his... Oh, damn it. Resignation.
We went out for drinks.
Ah! Okay, resignation letter. Let's try that.
I don't know.
Damn it.
I haven't been back to the beach since our last session, and no blackouts, new doctor, and new hope. You're much better behaved than Dr. Dekker.
Now I almost kind of want to use the hint just to do, to figure things out, but still. Claire? Maybe?
No idea. Is that a dance move?
Nice. Ellen? Elin?
Nope.
Jaya?
Don't ask me. I don't know.
Oh. See, I'm trying to get into the... Again, I'm trying not to do anything... Or I'm trying not to use the hints.
I guess it was a couple of...
Grr. I'm gonna try one more here.
We went out for drinks. Didn't you know? He said it was a breach of something or the other, but I can be pretty persuasive when I want to be.
Hmm. What did you and Dekker talk about?
We went out for...
Ah. Alright. I'm not gonna continue to bore or upset. Let's see here now. Alright. Let's ask Elin about the resignation letter. Or Dr. Dekker's resignation. I'll try to do it grammatically
I
correct.
feel like you're asking me questions about something I don't know anything about.
Damn it. Did Dr. Dekker call you the day of his murder? I feel like I asked this one already, but I'm gonna try it again. Of his murder. No, I didn't want a period. I don't know why the game did that.
Dr. Dekker felt that Hannah was holding me back. The memories of Hannah. In his opinion, I was holding on to the past. So I guess he cursed me. If that's even a thing.
Ah. Holding on to the past. I might not actually be able to get any new information out. I might have actually, without a guide, and I'm not going to do that. And I'm not going to do the hints either.
Can't help you. Sorry.
Ah. See, I hate how that... excuse me. It gives you things, and it tells you what you can do, and it doesn't, like, in my notepad, and now
It was
doesn't
a
tell me
missed
anything.
call. It was Valentine's Day, so I wasn't in the mood for conversation.
Ah, let's try this. Who is the missed call from?
I don't know what you're talking about.
What? You've got to be kidding me. What the hell do you want? How?
Hello again, Doctor. I had a bit of a shaky loop incident, but let's not talk about it. Yesterday, I set fire to Hannah's clothes in the garden. I just wanted the day to move forward. I instantly regretted it. And lo and behold, here we are, a new day. Hannah's clothes are a pile of ashes.
Okay, so it does highlight something. I'm gonna try this again here and see.
It was a missed call. It was Valentine's Day, so I wasn't in the mood for conversation. Pass.
You gotta be kidding me!
Hello again, Doctor. I had a bit of a shaky loop incident, but let's not talk about it. Yesterday,
Shaky loop incident?
hello again, Doctor.
Do you know anything about Dr. Dekker's resignation? I hate to do this, but I don't want to advance the day because I know I'm not going to get these questions back. But at this point, I think it's all I can do. And maybe I have asked all the questions, but it says that I have things that I can expand upon, so I don't know what the hell it is that I can expand upon.
I don't know anything about that. Perhaps you should be taking more notes.
I have a feeling this isn't going to work, but I'm trying it anyways because I need a victory here.
Do you think I killed my parents?
That wasn't at all what I asked.
Dr. Dekker made me an offer that I couldn't refuse. I'll be taking it to the grave with me, though. As the tea.
Oh yeah, so Claire, I should mention, she's crazy. She might have an imaginary friend in the little girl, or like seeing a ghost, and she also has bits of psychotic rage, including stabbing her husband. So yeah. Okay. Bryce, he's cuckoo in the sense that he believes that he gets an extra hour where time freezes and stuff, and he can do whatever he wants. And he also does not like Dr. Dekker believes he was making him worse.
No. Sorry.
Nah.
If you're buried, people can bring you back. You don't want to see people when they've come back.
Okay. Have you seen people? Or what are people? Or who are people that have come back? I should still be able to solve this mystery without getting 100%. I'm just doing this mostly so that I can't say that I can. Excuse me.
Sorry, Doctor, I dozed off there.
I mistyped it anyways. Have come back.
When you work in a graveyard, you see a lot of strange things. I'm not
Yay,
sure if they're
it
real,
worked.
or whether I think they're real, or which is worse.
Okay. How do you decide what's real? See, so there is actually a way around this. I just wasn't asking the right questions, so we might have to watch some scenes again to get it. Damn it.
No, the coffin wasn't empty. There was something in it. A decoy, I'd imagine.
Did you ever see Dekker's body? Probably not going to work, but worth a try.
I don't know.
Damn it.
When I first got the hour, I was shocked, obviously. It took me a while to work out that everyone was frozen and only I could move, because I live on my own. What would you do, Doctor, if you had an hour where everyone was frozen? Go to a fairground?
You live on your own?
I don't really know.
Ugh. Damn it. You know Dr. Dekker was resigning. I'm trying this just to see what they say.
I dug the grave for Dr. Dekker. I helped carry his coffin to the burial site. Do you know what? It didn't weigh enough to have a body in it. Why do you think that is?
And then we have Elin. Who is, she is a hospice nurse who people have called the Angel of Death because a lot of patients die on her watch. So, yeah. Also, she says that she has the ability to shapeshift, which is very dubious, of course.
Sorry, no. I can change my skin.
So not shape, but skin. Can you change your skin now?
I don't know how it works. I just know that it does.
Okay. Alright, how does it work? How long have you had this power? Able to change skins.
I don't know how it works. I just...
Nah, worth a try.
Dr. Dekker seemed fine on Valentine's Day. He seemed to be in a good mood. It didn't seem like anything was bothering him.
How did Dr. Dekker's... No, that won't work. Ah! Did you know Dr. Dekker was going to resign? I'm getting really tempted to do a guide. Just so that I can get, like, the green, but I don't want to do the hints. I don't want to do the guides. So, I'll ask one more battery of questions, and then I'll move on. It really does feel like I'm asking the logical questions, though, and for whatever reason, they just aren't working.
Yes, I had a session with Dr. Dekker on.
Nope, that didn't work. My poor grammar on that question didn't help either. Alright.
Professor Alderby is a trustee. Did I not mention that?
Why was the professor seeing Dr. Dekker? I'll ask her these questions, and then after that I'll move on. Because I'm out of ideas, and I'm not going to keep banging my head against the wall without a guide, or... I'm doing a no-hint run here, so... And a no-guide run, either. So... Just a bit annoying, though. Not bad, just kind of annoying for like a Let's Play / stream
It hadn't
purpose.
even been a year. He was a quiet, solitary man. A good listener, as I suppose you'd need to be. His confidence did grow as time wore on, but that's what you'd expect after you've fitted in. I mainly miss our chats. He used to work late with me and tell me things about the...
Damn it. What did you talk about with Dr. Dekker?
It hadn't even been a year.
I'm trying to get you to elaborate a little bit more, game. Why are you doing this? I'm gonna try one or two more things here with Jaya, and then I'm moving on. I can't. Just can't. Urgh. I need to move the story forward.
It's very interesting that you asked me that. It's not something I can answer, though.
What do you mean? You gave me the letter. Alright, last question. Trustee.
I think I'm going to get into trouble now. Have you ever heard of secret shoppers? Well, Professor Alderby
Yay!
posed as a patient to test Dr. Dekker.
Thank God.
It's just a thing that he does. I'm sure he'll come and visit you at some stage, so please play along.
Holy cow, that actually worked. Yay.
hadn't even been a year. He was a quiet, solitary man. A good listener, as I suppose you'd need to be. His confidence did grow as time wore on, but that's what you'd expect after you've fitted in. I mainly miss our chats. He used to work late with me and tell me things about the patients, things that I probably shouldn't have heard, but did. What do you think of the patients? Nah, perhaps you shouldn't say. You can ask me. Go on, I'll tell you what I think.
What did Dr. Dekker think of the patients?
Most of the patients are suspects according...
Okay. Oh, I already asked why he resigned. Alright, we're moving forward. I can't. Yeah, I can't.
David Hunt,
I can change my skin.
then skins.
If I missed anything, so be it.
Patients.
I had a hot date
We went out for drinks.
I took photos of Jessica.
Dr. Dekker did
on
phone
Valentine's Day.
and ask me for Nathan's number.
There was a girl there.
Am I wrong to keep the locket?
I'm allowed to talk to her, aren't
He
I?
was preoccupied with finding
Photographs,
patterns.
rocking chair.
I haven't been back to the beach since,
I had a bit of a shaky loop incident.
where I find something
I set fire
beautiful in the sea.
to Hannah's clothes in the garden.
I dug the grave.
I wish I'd said goodbye.
Dr. Dekker cursed me.
It didn't weigh enough to have a body in it.
Oh,
Oh, hey,
Doctor,
Jaya.
you surprised me. Reminds me of Officer Yates. Did I ever mention I had a special friend in the police force? Nah, it's not something you drop politely into a conversation. He's been doing some digging and he's found a couple things. There's a crime scene report that goes into all the gory details and another report that's about a patient you're seeing today, Claire. I'll put them both on the desk for you. And thanks for the grief counselling, by the way. It's really been helping, you know, I'm so glad you're here.
Aww. Act 3. Spiked. I do believe there's one more act after this. Aww. How nice. Start with Claire, huh? Holy crap, the arrest report said Claire killed David. Oh my gosh. I wonder if Bryce buried David. What happened with Ben? I should ask the patients about the paper spike. Too much to do today. Yeah, that sounds about right. Alright, Claire's arrest report. Here we go. Christian Weber. To the best of my knowledge, statements are true. November 9th. So, yeah, so this was a couple months before she started seeing Dr. Dekker. Myself and Holt received a call from the neighbor of the Bauer house. I'm assuming that's her last name. Concerned a report of a disturbance. We arrived at the address and knocked at the front door, but there was no reply. We then examined the rear of the property and gained entry through insecure patio doors. We entered the property through this door, and I announced myself by shouting police, but did not hear anyone respond. We searched the premises. Upon entering the dining room, I saw a female seated next to a man who was lying on the ground. The man did not appear to be conscious. Both persons were drenched in blood, and there was a substantial amount of blood on the carpet, walls, and furniture. I noted what appeared to be a steak knife on the floor, which was also covered in blood. At this point, I asked the woman to put her hands behind her head, which she did. PC Holt searched the female eye, checked the signs for life. While it found none, I asked the woman her name, and she identified herself as Claire Castleford, and said that the dead man was her husband, David Castleford. I asked what happened. She said that she killed him. You're under the arrest for suspicion of murder. Wow. So how did she get away with that? Like, how in the hell did she not know that? Also, crime scene report. Also, oh hey, looky. This game actually is dated. Well, technically speaking, it's dated in the sense of, like, in universe, 2017, which I believe is the year of this game's release. Victim located in his office. No first name, just Dr. Dekker, huh? Possible murder weapons, spike, paper spike, time of death. Note that the victim's body was discovered at 10:20, and then cause of death was pretty obvious. Located in his office, seated on a chair behind the desk. So, Alright, let's see here. We'll talk to Claire first.
I've been to the
This should
lake
be
house
interesting.
regularly, keeping an eye on David. I saw the girl again, the one I told you about. She was playing outside.
We have no time for your games. Well, let's ask about the paper spike
A
first.
paper spike is an odd thing to use as a weapon. I suppose if it went directly into the heart, it might work. Or through his eye, or perhaps through the ear and into his brain. Or was it just a frenzied, bloody mess of a murder? Do you know, Doctor?
How would you know about all those murder methods? All those murder methods.
That's what it says. I can see you're confused. The police say that David is dead, fatally wounded when I stabbed him. The coroner says that David is dead. Everyone says that David is dead. There was even a funeral. But I know he's alive.
Wasn't what I asked, game.
It makes for
Police
interesting
report?
reading, doesn't it? I can tell you're dying to ask me about it. Fire away.
So the game actually kind of sort of preempted me, I guess.
He's buried at Henley Church. You can go see for yourself. There's even a headstone. One of your other patients was a pallbearer. I never forget her face. You should ask him.
Okay, did you mean Bryce?
Smuggling a body out of a funeral can be difficult, unless you pay the right people.
That wasn't what I asked. Okay, so sometimes this game can actually get a little... This game can get a little ahead of itself with it. Which patient
Bryce was a pallbearer for David. He's also a grave digger, I believe. David wanted to have a talk about our relationship. Not something any married person wants to hear. He said he'd been with Iris for about a year and that he loved her. He said he didn't love me anymore. Which I know is a lie. You don't just fall out of love with somebody. I reacted badly. I grabbed the nearest weapon I could find, which happened to be the steak knife, and stabbed him with it. There was so much blood. I instantly regretted it. So I fixed him.
How'd you fix him?
It was about a week later. I brought
necromancy
back to life. Not with voodoo, not with virginal sacrifice. I just willed it to happen, and it did. Dr. Dekker told me it was possible, but only if you're not buried. He says once you're in the ground, there's no coming back. But until then, you have a chance at resurrection.
Okay, so now we finally know what's wrong with you. More than usual anyways. Yeah. This probably won't amount to anything, but I have to ask. Necromancy?
David was dazed and confused when I brought him back to life, as you'd expect. He was scared. He didn't want me to go near him at first, which is understandable, as I did kill him. But I didn't really succeed in bringing him back. He wasn't a big talker before, but even monosyllabic words were more than what he seemed able to give me.
Oh, so yeah, he's a zombie.
Yes, resurrection. But now that I've seen the results, I don't think there's anything holy about it. I think reanimation is more an accurate term. Like, I'm an evil necromancer raising things from the dead.
And once again, I preempted the question. Once again, I preempted the question.
I think his brain was already decaying during the week that he was dead. Important bits. So when I brought him back to life, I didn't heal him completely. Just gave him life in the state he was in. I mean, he's hunting and killing things and trying to roast them on fires he can only light with matches, but that's about it. He's your basic Neanderthal. So I have a problem.
Okay. What problem
I'm
do you
being
have?
charged with murder because the police don't know he's still alive, and I can't get David to vouch for me for obvious reasons. I think it would raise quite a few more questions than answers, which is why I'm hoping that you'll be able to help me.
How so? What do you think I'm gonna do? No, seriously, what the hell do you think I can do? Yeah, how can I help you?
Considering the circumstances, I'd be grateful if you could see your way to declaring me temporarily insane at the time of the murder, to lessen my sentence. Because I'm not a killer, but I can't prove otherwise. You don't still think I'm a killer, do you, Doctor?
Yes, you are a killer.
At worst, it's manslaughter. I didn't mean to kill him, I just stabbed him a bit. And although he was dead for a week, I brought him back to life. Does this mean you won't help me? Was I temporarily insane?
No, you were full-time insane. No, you weren't temporarily insane.
I'm going to pretend that I didn't hear that. Let's have a few more sessions before you seal our fates. Or is it that you want something else? like Dr. Dekker did.
Yeah, what else would Dr. Dekker want other than maybe resurrection?
Dr. Dekker teased me mercilessly about my electability. He didn't believe I'd reanimated David. Once he presented me with a dead mouse and commanded me to give it life again. I didn't, of course. It's not something I'd throw around lightly. He changed his mind about me eventually. And then he mentioned the girl.
What changed Dr.
Dr.
Decker's
Dekker
mind?
asked if I could prove David wasn't dead, so I took him to the lake house. He saw that I was telling the truth. I can take you to see him too, if you like. Would you like to see David, Doctor?
Yes, I would like to see David.
Very well. In our next session. He told me he'd locked up a girl in the basement of his house. Just for me. And he asked me to reanimate her. It was Iris.
What?
I said I couldn't reanimate something that wasn't dead, and he said that wouldn't be a problem. So I agreed.
What?
I just played along. I was hoping it wasn't real. I assumed it wasn't real. But he was offering me what I wanted. A temporary insanity diagnosis.
God damn.
It didn't happen. Dr. Dekker called me from his house to cancel. He was furious. He said that Iris had escaped and he blamed me for it. He said that I must have set her free after he told me about her. I knew it was all lies anyways. He was obviously titillating himself by reprimanding me. He knew I'd never want to speak to Iris again, so I couldn't prove it either way.
How is it possible that David was brought back to life?
You tell me. What could possibly explain that?
Do you think you might be seeing David's ghost?
I assure you, David is not a ghost. I've touched him.
More information than I needed to know.
Since I brought him back, I felt that there was something different about him, something not quite right. I think it's his brain. But how ludicrous that you can bring someone back in the first place. It's like that book, Pet Cemetery. Funnily enough, he does smell of earth, but that's because he spends most of his time out hunting.
Gee, I wonder why.
I didn't speak to her this time. Something about her made me feel uneasy. I just watched her from the bedroom window. She'd caught a fish. She was holding it in her hands.
I'm not going to constantly badger them with questions.
I wasn't close enough to see, but for all intents and purposes, it looked as if the fish bit her. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Once I caught a fish alive.
Oh my god.
If David doesn't exist, then that means that I really did kill him. He really is buried, and I really should be going to prison for a very long time. That just doesn't seem right to me. It's more probable that I reanimated him under Dr. Dekker's guidance.
Oh, yeah, that's totally logical. Yeah.
How astute, Doctor. Yes, I did say I hadn't seen Dr. Dekker outside of our sessions. That wasn't a lie. Our trip to the lake house was made during a session.
Technicalities. Do you know who the girl is?
Think, Doctor, think.
Why did you stab David?
David wanted to have...
Alright. I think going forward, I'm just going to ask the most basic questions, and if the game presents me with, like, really obvious stuff, I'll then ask... Oh, God, excuse me. More in-depth stuff. Professor Wick? Okay, well, let's talk to Nathan first.
I burned Hannah's rocking chair. The day moved forward. It was a good choice. I'm not sure I've got much left of hers now. I've burnt most of it, or given it away, just to make the days move forward. There was a moment when I was attacking a Salvation Army bin, but I gave in. I accidentally put Hannah's diary into a Salvation Army donation bin. They're like huge post boxes with a circular tray that makes sure things spill to the bottom. I tried to get in to get it back, but I gave up.
Okay. Did you read the diary?
I read the last few weeks of Hannah's diary a while ago. I must have accidentally dropped in some clothes for the Salvation Army bin. It's funny, because I wasn't going to read it. She said she'd fallen out of love with me. That she was going to break off the engagement. That she didn't love me anymore. I regretted it.
Did Hannah really die?
Can we maybe not talk about Hannah anymore? And thanks for the dating advice, by the way.
Okay.
I regretted that I mourned for Hannah so long. I regret the grief. I regret all the days I slept through because of it. Had I known she didn't love me anymore, things would have been different. I'm a bit angry now. If I had that day over again, I may just still pull out in front of the driver.
Oh, wow. Did you follow
I signed up for a
advice?
dating website. It's a bit easy, to be honest. If I message something they don't like, I change it when the day replays. It's not very honest.
Why is it
If
not
I'm being
honest?
honest, I'd probably rather ask out one of the patients I've seen here. The friendly redhead with the accent.
Mariana. We think great minds think alike there, Nathan. Ha.
I didn't notice Dr. Dekker had a paper spike. I haven't really seen more than a foot in front of me since Hannah died.
Convenient.
I've told you all I know about Dr. Dekker. He started out good, then turned a bit crazy towards the end. When you start giving people more problems as a therapist, that's a bit crazy.
Okay. Why was Dekker crazy?
I think that he possibly cursed other people, a bit like he cursed me. Sometimes you could see he was bursting to tell me about it, but he couldn't. He was ecstatic with power.
What, like Cthulhu?
The curse. Or remembered. I was hoping you'd forget. It's going to sound crazy. Dr. Dekker said I would never be able to move forward until I came to terms with my grief. And so from this point on, I start to relive the same day over and over again until I made something of it. I believed him.
Damn. That is a cruel curse. What problems did Dr. Dekker give you?
Started out with depression. Now I seem to repeat days. Even if you don't believe the repeat days, then I clearly have extra mental health problems that he's given me.
Yeah, indeed.
I didn't want to believe
Why'd you
him.
believe him, though?
I remember I said, you can't just say things and they happen. He laughed and laughed. I think he was going mad. He said he'd give me a demonstration.
Okay.
He held his hand outstretched and told me to look at the flame. There was no flame, and then there was. He was holding a flame in his hand that had come out of nowhere.
Nice effect.
And he tried to hypnotize me to make me forget it.
Nice effect. Nathan, you just produced a flame.
I didn't forget seeing the flame. He wanted me to forget it all, but I didn't. For whatever reason, he couldn't undo what he'd done. I was scared. I pretended like the hypnosis had worked.
Grr. Okay.
He'd become bored of me, so I got much of my insight from calls or messages he'd take during our sessions. I think because he hypnotized me, he didn't want to play with me anymore. So I got basic therapist.
Let's try this again. Did he call you the day of his murder? Sorry if I'm not doing a little bit of commentary. I'm trying to make the typing go faster.
No, I don't know about that.
Like, seriously, what the hell?
I was scared what Dr. Dekker would do to me if he found out I still knew. So I had to play along. Keep coming to the sessions. Pretend I hadn't seen what he'd done. It was awful, because I was suffering through the same days over and over again. But I couldn't talk to him about it. Because he'd know.
Damn.
He told me lots of people get depression. To become more active. See more people.
Yep.
And although he wouldn't
Not
always
wrong.
be there to listen, Jaya would be.
Yeah.
Yeah, I talked to her quite a lot. I'm not sure how many days of that she'd remember. She seemed to care, which is more I can say for Dekker.
Nice.
I didn't
Yeah.
kill Dr. Dekker. I wanted to be as far away from him as possible. I don't know who did.
Interesting. Alright. Well, let's talk to Bryce.
Hello, Doctor. I've been thinking about our last session, and I just wanted you to know that I'm not a bad person. I know taking
I'll be the judge
naked
of that.
photographs is wrong. But you don't know what it's like until you face the same temptation. I'm assuming you don't know what it's like. Do you have an
You're
extra
right.
hour, Doctor?
No, I do not.
Thank God for that. There's someone else in my hour. A hooded figure. Watching me and following me. I followed it too.
What, the devil?
I don't know who it is. My initial thought was that it was you. That I told you about my affliction and somehow you'd got it too. Now I think maybe it's the military or some organization that wants to use the hour themselves. Maybe it's
Totally
Dr.
not
Dekker
crazy.
risen from the dead. I need to talk to you about him.
Okay. Did you bury
I'm
him in
actually a
passenger?
classically trained pallbearer. There are a lot
Aw.
of health and safety considerations. Not everybody can do it. Well, properly at least. Occasionally I step in if the funeral director is short-shouldered. I do remember her face. She wasn't upset in the usual way. She seemed agitated. Her husband must have been a giant. The coffin was so heavy. I remember because aft port side sprained his ankle. That and he wasn't lifting correctly. I have absolutely no idea what you're talking about, Doctor. I saw Claire Castleford's husband in the coffin myself before carrying him to the grave. He is in the ground. I'm sure it wouldn't take much for the police to get an order to have him exhumed. Just make sure it's done on Tuesday morning when I'm off. Dr. Dekker frequently used that paper spike on his desk as an example. I'm sure he did it with the other patients too. He'd make me look at it, touch the point to see how sharp it was. He'd tell me that because I think it's sharp, it will hurt me. But if I thought it was nothing, it could pass right through my hand.
Yeah. Well, did it? All right, let's mention to Claire, by the way. Let's see here now. Bryce. Says that David is in the ground.
Well, that's what he would say, isn't it?
Yeah, that was totally helpful. I totally needed to ask that. Oh god. Yes, I know.
I'm surprised I haven't been approached earlier. I mean, my skills in the military. Special ops would be a breeze, wouldn't it? Waltz in past everyone during the midnight hour, get whatever you want, and return to friendly soil. It also makes me think that they might already know all of that, and that they want to get rid of me in case I tell anyone else. Would you do something for me if they get me?
Okay. Sure, Mr. Paranoid. I won't lose you.
Would you tell Jessica I love her? She didn't really know me that well, but I did love her. And also,
Even from afar.
there's a hard drive in the bottom drawer of my drinks cabinet. Please destroy it. Please, don't look at it.
Uh-huh. Yes, the hard drive, clearly.
Whatever
Where'd
it
you
is
fall
that's
to put a
following
figure?
me, it doesn't want to catch me yet. If I move towards it, it runs away. And when I follow it past temptations. A bar brawl, an open till, an open bedroom window. Like it's testing me.
Fascinating. Tell me about the bar brawl.
I split the brawl up.
Well, good for you. You got heroic brownie points. Want a cookie?
I did nothing. I'm not stealing anymore.
Good. I'd say you're cured, but no, you're still crazy.
I looked in. Watching other people is somehow built into our genes, Doctor. There was an old woman in bed. I went inside. Her bed covers were smoking. I think she'd fallen asleep holding a cigarette. I took the covers and put them in the bath. She'd have died otherwise. And no, I didn't take any pictures.
Well, at least you preempted what I was gonna ask you. You're learning. Let's see here now. What
I
else
spied
can you
on
tell me about
Dr.
Dr. Dekker?
Not long before he was murdered. I'm not sure I
Oh,
should tell
really?
you what I saw in his basement.
Iris? What did you see in the basement?
I'd been feeling uneasy with Dr. Dekker for some time. I mentioned how he'd changed before, so I began spying on him at home. One night, the basement door was open, and Dekker was returning upstairs. I skipped past him, and there she was, a girl. It was difficult to tell. It was dark, and she was chained.
What did you
I
do with
removed
the
the
chained girl?
chains, dressed her, and sat her in the police station. There's no evidence, though. No evidence of what he'd done. But she was free. I saved her. I'm not evil. I destroyed evil.
How is, why did you say aft port side?
I find using nautical terms to describe the position of pallbearers fitting. Plus, most of them are 3 sheets to the wind. You know, drunk.
Hey, I'll give you credit for the pirate talk. Okay. How was your job?
I put my hand through a rusty nail at work today. It hurt
Ah.
like hell and bled like I'd been shot. I closed my eyes and thought, this isn't happening. The nail is just a worm and it will wriggle through me. When I looked back, can you guess what I saw?
Worm?
When I looked back at my hand, it was healed. Look, see?
Okay, yeah. Bryce brought Iris to the police station.
What? She was actually his prisoner. Bryce saved Iris? So that's 2 favors I owe Bryce now. And Iris? I'd probably have stopped her death if I'd known it was real. I suppose I should have a chat with her now.
Hey, it worked. Nice. How did your hand
My
heal?
hand had healed. The nail had become a worm and was wriggling in my palm. It was like a little miracle. Like magic. I shouldn't really say miracle or magic. They're words that Dr. Dekker used when he tried to get you to think things and make them real. But do you think it's real, Doctor? That magic is real?
No, magic's not real.
And so it isn't. I envy you, Doctor. I wish I could be so sure.
Have you seen Jessica again?
Jessica is a beautiful woman. I've not spied on her since the incident we talked about. I have
Good.
real feelings for her, Doctor. We've never connected.
Maybe you should try talking
Thank you,
to Jessica.
Doctor. Thank you. It's nice you think I'm capable of such basic interaction with females. But I'm still in awe of her, really. I will think about it, though.
Okay. That's good. Alright, let's talk to this Professor Warwick before we talk to the rest of the ladies.
Professor Warwick, I'm a physicist. Where's Dr. Dekker?
I think this is the last of the random patients.
Is he really? Actually dead? Not a worthy adversary after all, then.
Your
Dr.
adversary?
Dekker challenged me. He tried to use my theories against me. Quantum theories.
Oh goody, another thing to add to the pile. Quantum theories.
Do you really want to know? Dekker's eyes used to glaze over whenever we talked about that. He didn't believe in quantum physics. As if it's something that you can optionally believe in. Well, it started with an experiment.
And?
Have you heard of quantum suicide, Doctor?
Yes. And yes, I've heard of quantum suicide, and that, in case you're wondering, is kind of what's believed, or it might be, maybe it was quantum suicide.
Well, then I'll be brief. According to the laws of quantum suicide, if I were to shoot myself now, then one branch of my timeline would result in my death, whilst the other in my continued existence. I simply applied that logic to something different.
To what?
Gambling. I set up an experiment whereby I would visit a casino and place a very large bet at a roulette table. Now, I would always bet on odd. Now, the results of this particular experiment were mundane. I won as many times as you would expect according to the laws of probability, but then I changed a parameter.
Okay. Why gambling?
Why not gambling? My wife Vanessa left me for a neurosurgeon. She emptied
Gee, I
our
wonder
entire
why.
combined wealth into her barrister's wallet. I needed more money. Physics provided me with a solution.
Uh-huh. Yeah, it's always something. Tell me about your wife.
We were married
Sure.
for 14 years, 7 months, and 3 days. Vanessa couldn't have children. At least that's what she told me.
Uh-huh.
She grounded me in reality. I'm not complaining. It's probably what I needed. But part of me always
And then
thought
when you
one day and achieve immortality through science, and we'd be... It wasn't to be, though.
Aww. So you're crazy, but you're not the bad kind of crazy. You're just sad.
Well, yes, it bothered me, especially now that I find out that she's pregnant. Oh, no, it wasn't a rocket scientist that was required, but a brain surgeon, it seems.
Nah.
I have considered putting that neurosurgeon onto his darkest timeline. But I'm not a killer, it would seem.
Oh. Are you sure about that?
Quantum suicide required a loss of life to make it a realistic thought experiment. So I simply upped the stakes. Every time I bet on odd, I would place everything I had on that one spin of the wheel, and it worked. Well, for a while.
And then, and then when you failed, you lost it all. I don't remember giving you a drink.
Dr. Dekker killed it, and I can't get it back.
Are you sure about that?
Well, my theory, quantum gambling. If the stakes are high enough, you will win every time by simply shifting your consciousness into that branch that wins. It's tricky, but it can be done. Dr. Dekker didn't like that. He saw me becoming rich and powerful, and he hated that. That's why he proffered the hangman's paradox.
What's the hangman's paradox?
Well, imagine a judge sentences you to death. Now, it will be Monday or Tuesday next week, but it will be a surprise. Well, which day do you think you'll be executed?
Tuesday?
Well, it can't be Tuesday, because if you're still alive on Monday at midnight, then you know you'll be executed on Tuesday, so it won't be a surprise. Conversely, it can't be Monday either, because, well, you'll be expecting it to be Monday by deduction. Hence, a paradox.
Yes.
Dr. Dekker tricked me.
Well, that's true with the paradox. So, but still, seriously.
Honestly? Well, I think he feared quantum physics. He didn't like things being explained in terms of science, almost as if he'd have preferred chaos.
Yeah, that does sound a little bit like Dekker.
He told me that sometime in the future I would lose a bet, that I would lose all of my money. Now, this didn't seem likely because I had quantum gambling on my side and it was working. But he unnerved me. He made me doubt myself. And then it happened. Recently, I lost everything that I'd managed to build up since Vanessa left me.
Sounds more like you're a gambling addict.
I was at a fundraiser for a charity called Mind Stretch Outreach. Don't know how I got roped into that, I can't remember. But it was full of very clever children with bizarre outlooks on life. And Jaya. It was Jaya who asked me to go.
Okay. Your alibi might check you out.
It's full of poor kids with very capable minds. I did give them a talk on quantum tunneling once, and they loved it. Not sure it'll put dinner on the table for any of them, though.
Knowledge is power.
Oh, you're going to have to Google that, Doctor, I'm afraid. I'm not a walking Wikipedia. I'd love to tell you, but I am paying you by the hour. Maybe look up Schrodinger's cat whilst you're there.
Nice.
Oh, she's Dr. Dekker's lovely assistant. I imagine she's your lovely assistant now. Yeah, she always smiles and makes me a cup of tea before a session. That smile. Which reminds me, my session. Can we talk about my problem now?
Yes. We can. Yes, let's.
I'm not a gambler, Doctor. I'm a scientist.
Damn it! I'm not a doctor. I'm a physicist.
It's true. I've run out of money for my research. An opportunity has arisen.
Okay. What research?
Quantum gambling. It's a pet project. It's got nothing to do with work. But if I don't have significant amounts of money to lose, then there won't be enough jeopardy for the experiment to work.
Uh-huh. Okay, gambling addict.
A very wealthy group of individuals have offered to pay me a very large sum of money if I attend their next private soiree. They don't want to talk or anything like that. They want a practical demonstration. Well, the Ministry of Defense, of course. Guns aren't going to win the next war. Quantum physics is.
Sure it will.
They'll pay me £1 million if I can successfully survive
That's
6 rounds of
European
Russian
money.
roulette. Now, I am worried because of what Dr. Dekker said, but, well, I can't help but thinking that the stakes are so high I can't possibly lose. What do you think, Doctor? Should I take them up on their offer?
Dude, 6 rounds of Russian roulette. You do realize that unless it's an 8-shot revolver, which those don't really exist usually, that you'll get the bullet eventually. Like, no.
No, I suppose you're right. In a darker timeline, you probably said yes and I'm dead now. I earn good money where I work. How do I stop losing it?
Quit gambling, numbnuts.
I take your point. But I suppose to decide whether to continue gambling or to stop gambling is a gamble within itself, isn't it? Well, my time is up. Will we be having another session or... No, don't answer that. It'll turn you into a gambler like me. Infectious. Isn't it?
He said one of the parts of the title. Nice. Also, I just love how he kind of like pisses off. I can't talk to him anymore. Alright. Alright, let's go to Elin. How are you today,
Okay,
Elin?
I suppose. Work's fine. Hilda's fading fast. Terry's Terry. I feel a bit sad, to be honest. I gave all my keepsakes back.
Yeah, I noticed. You're not wearing the locket. Also, my controller batteries are low. We'll see how long that can last. You know about the paper spike?
It's true then. I'd heard Dr. Dekker was stabbed, but I didn't know for sure. It's weird that whoever did it would choose the paper spike.
Why is it weird the paper
Dr.
spike
Dekker
was
used to
used?
play with it in our sessions sometimes. You know, pick it up, handle it while we talked. I remember once, he pushed the spike through his skin. Yeah, this bit here between his thumb and his finger. He said he didn't think I'd mind the sight of blood being a nurse and all that, but actually, there wasn't any.
How?
I was a bit freaked out. At first, I thought it was a trick. A magic trick, you know? Like some kind of therapeutic test. Show the patient this retractable spike and see how they react. But it wasn't. The spike was real.
How do you know the spike was real?
Dr. Dekker gave me the paper spike to try. It wasn't fake. It was pretty sharp, actually. I don't know how he did it. He said he just thought that it wouldn't hurt him, so it didn't.
God, don't I wish that mentality, like, you know, oh, I'm gonna wake up being rich, or oh, and all that stuff. I wish that worked in real life, don't you?
Well, I've thought about it, and well, I know you said it was okay, that I should keep them, but maybe it did look a bit suspicious, me having things that have belonged to patients who've died in my care. I don't want people to get the wrong idea about me. The locket, the watch, the ring, even the little bird Sarah Dekker gave me. I wasn't supposed to mention her.
Who's Sarah Dekker?
Dr. Dekker's mother. She was one of my first patients, but she died a while ago.
How did Sarah die?
I don't know anything about that.
Bull!
Hilda's nearing the end. She's been sleeping a lot, not eating much. She hasn't been that argumentative either. Although, she did give me a vicious scratch yesterday.
Why did Hilda
It was
scratch
nothing.
you?
I was just trying to give her meds. It's hard, you know. I'm trying to help her, but she keeps fighting me. It'll be better after she's seen her daughter. I've decided I'm going to do it tonight. She hasn't got much time left.
Why do you feel sad?
I know it's silly, but those things meant a lot to me. They were reminders that I'd helped those people. You know the
What
answer
tonight?
to that, Doctor. What have we been talking about? What can I do for Hilda that will make it all better?
Are you going to kill
Seriously?
Hilda?
No, that isn't what I meant. That's the plan. I know, it sounds unbelievable, like I'm making it up. I wish I could prove it to you somehow. We could try shifting now. Think of someone you really love. It might help if you close your eyes. Are you thinking of them? Can you picture them? Okay,
And
hold on.
Oh my. It's real?
Sorry, I don't
Nope.
think it's gonna work. On the bright side,
Aw.
that probably means you're not gonna die anytime soon.
Right. What did you say
It's
when you
tricky.
shift?
I mean, I'll sound exactly like Hilda's daughter, but I try and keep it vague because I don't become her. I don't know what she would really say. I say things like, "It's okay, don't be scared, I love you, Mum," or "I love you, Dad." But
Yeah.
it doesn't really
Little
matter
stuff.
what their relationship's like because it's not really them. I always do the Disney version. The best, most loving version. That's what my patients want to hear. And maybe deep down they know it's not the truth, but it's got to be better than the reality.
I suppose it does. Why bother if your patients
Does it really
know it's
matter
not
if
true,
it
though?
isn't the truth? Isn't it worth it if it brings them peace? Tell me honestly, Doctor, do you really think that what I'm doing is wrong?
No. I would want if it was real, I would want, you know, somebody to like come to me in the middle of the night or like on my deathbed and show me one of my loved ones. If that was such a thing that could be done.
Good, because I really feel this is something I have to do.
Of course, that's not something that can be done.
Terry seems to have backed down since I gave the keepsakes back. Actually, it doesn't seem like she's been very well. Not her usual self. Maybe she's got a bug or something.
Why didn't you
This
want me to
makes
know about
things
Sarah Dekker?
complicated, doesn't it? I knew Dr. Dekker's mother before I started seeing Dr. Dekker. She's dead, and now he's dead. I'm sure you're going to have a field day with it.
Maybe.
Yeah, that's the reason I came to see him. I knew she was dying, but he refused to talk to me unless I booked a session, so I did. And well, here we are.
Seems innocuous enough.
I told Dr. Dekker that his mum was dying, that he should see her before it's too late. But he wasn't interested.
He
It
was
wasn't
interested
like
in
he
your
hated
shifting.
her. It was just like it wasn't important. He asked me to take care of it for him. He did send his assistant along to see her once. Sorry, your assistant.
Another thing to ask Jaya.
It was about the second, third session we had. He said he could tell that I was a good person, that I wanted to help people, and that I should think really hard about how I could do that. That's how I discovered shifting.
So what, is Dr. Dekker Cthulhu or something, just giving out powers? No, I'm just kidding.
All Dr. Dekker did was encourage me to think. But the shifting, that's all me. And my mum's a psychic, and my sister's an empath, but I was just ordinary. I always felt like I wasn't special, like I was missing out. But I wasn't. I just hadn't discovered what I could do yet. Sarah Dekker was one of the first ones I tried shifting for.
What's an empath?
To tell you the truth, I don't really know what an empath is. I should probably Google it sometime.
Okay. Your mum was
My
a
mum's
psychic?
got these spirit guides and they tell her things. Mostly about my love life, it would seem.
Talk about awkward.
I didn't really know what I was doing that first time. I mean, I didn't actually expect anything to happen. I just thought, what would really help this woman? I thought maybe she would just imagine that he was there. But it actually happened. I changed into him, Dr. Dekker. It blew my mind.
I bet would do that.
As far as I know, it only works on people who are close to death. That's the whole point of it. I have to hold their hand, and they have to think of the person, and they have to be near death. And those seem to be the 3 criteria.
How convenient. Okay. Alright, Elin. Well, now we go to Mariana. The beautiful and gorgeous Mariana. How are
I'm
you
okay.
today?
Thanks for asking. It's rent day, and I always feel a little blue on rent day.
Of course, don't we all? Don't we all?
Rent day is the day I pay rent to my landlady.
Yeah. I feel really stupid I had to ask that question. And who doesn't feel depressed when they have to pay rent or whatever? You know anything about
Dr.
the paper
Dekker
spike?
used to put my checks on that thing. I guess someone thought they weren't getting value for money.
Okay.
I actually don't have a lot of money. Sometimes a therapy check would bounce, but Dr. Dekker would be okay with it. Oh, my checks are fine though, don't worry.
Do you have money problems?
I'm not broke. Men buy me drinks at bars, though. Sometimes I'll get away with not paying at restaurants. Isn't that how it is for everybody?
Only the extremely beautiful. Only the extremely beautiful, Mariana, like you.
I mainly like drive-thrus. I don't like crowds, and I find it difficult to stay in the same place for too long. I guess I'm a fidget.
Dancing. Yeah, exactly. You dislike crowds but visit nightclubs.
Crowds at nightclubs and bars are different. The
Wrong.
lights are dim. You can slink around without attracting too much attention.
I mean, that's half true, but that's a cop-out.
Sometimes I'll kiss a guy in a club, and then he just follows me. Wherever I go. It's creepy. I don't want everyone seeing that.
I don't blame ya. Just like the Pied Piper, let's rats through the streets. Where do people follow you?
They follow me. Wherever I go. Anywhere. Where do you think they follow me, Doctor?
Hold that thought.
You've got a good memory, Doctor. Let's talk dreams. Sometimes I'll dream about a light. Deep in the ocean somewhere. I head towards it because it's warm and glowing like a beacon. When I'm at the bottom, it's the most beautiful thing. Like a welcoming sun. Like I'm home. And then I wake up.
Interesting. So she's wearing a different necklace, by the way, too. Also, does that make her a daughter of Cthulhu? Does that make her a daughter of Cthulhu? Or a mermaid?
It's so beautiful. It calls me. It's like I'm in a trance. What does the dream mean, Doctor?
Maybe the dream is symbolic?
Yes, I suppose I follow that glow like people follow me. I still don't know what it means, though.
Maybe it doesn't mean anything.
I've had no blackouts, and I haven't been to the beach since our last session. But I think I will today. Do you want to come with me to the beach?
Maybe someone should come with you to the
Doctor,
beach?
I think you're getting a little anxious. If you ever wanted to visit the beach, you can just turn up. It's not mine. It depends where they follow me. If they follow me home, they bang on the door for an hour or so, then leave. Other places, they just disappear. I don't see them again.
Fascinating. Alright, hang on just a second here. I've got to do something really quick. I'll be right back. Alright. What do you mean they disappear?
They don't just disappear into thin air. I think they return to the place I found them.
Excuse me.
But I've not run into the same person twice.
Oh, never mind. Her necklace is there. Her necklace is still there. It was gone a moment ago.
It's just good manners to accept when someone offers to buy you a drink. I'm a very good-natured girl.
I believe that. Why are you good-natured?
Don't you think I'm sweet, Doctor?
Yes, I do, but that's not the question.
I think you're falling for me, Doctor. Don't let that get in the way of helping me.
Can't help it, you're beautiful.
Yes, they follow me home. They're silent. It's like a trance.
Ah. Do they follow you to bed?
There was one guy, a real gym buddy. I let him into the bedroom, but nothing. Nothing I did would stop him just staring at me. It was creepy. I got him to follow me outside, and then I just shut the door. Are we still talking about him? And I thought you were just interested in me, Doctor.
Did Dr. Dekker visit you at home?
Dr. Dekker suggested home visits. I think he was
Oh
probably
my.
checking up on his investment. You're not thinking of doing home visits, are you, Doctor?
No, but what about your visits? No. No, but also investments?
That's good. I'm not sure I can afford any more of your time.
Didn't answer your question. Answer my question though. I'm gonna see if that actually means anything. Siren?
Interesting that you should say that. Dr. Dekker said the same thing. And he's dead now. Siren... mermaid? Do you think I could really be one?
Possible. Yes. I'm glad I got that out of you though. Let's see Cthulhu. Let's see if you got anything to say about him.
Try again?
Drat. Excuse me. Dating anyone? No, I'm just kidding.
I really don't know.
Okay. Jaya?
I don't know.
Damn it. Alright. Well, let's speak of the name, and here it is. How are you today?
I'm fine. I'm ready for my grief counselling. I emailed you Mariana's address. I don't know why you'd want it. I suppose you're going to start doing home visits now, like Dr. Dekker?
No. Why would I want Mariana's address?
Doctor, if you don't want it, don't text me and ask for it. It's all right. I don't mind doing menial tasks for you. Someone has to do them.
Fascinating. You didn't You didn't.
Yes, Dr.
We
Dekker
didn't talk
started
about
doing
that.
home visits for Mariana. He said she couldn't concentrate properly in his office. I hope you're not thinking of doing the same thing. I need you right where I can see you.
Are you spying on me?
Checks and balances, Doctor. Somebody needs to be watching the watchman, so to speak. Make sure you're helping, not
Nice.
hindering.
Nice. I do like that. That's a nice little nod there.
Dr. Dekker suggested home visits. I think he was probably checking up on his investment. You're not thinking of doing
Investment? I really hope that someday soon I get to Twitch affiliation. I'm sorry to go a little bit off the beaten path here, but I really do hope so someday soon, because that would just be a very nice thing. I'm not planning on making like Twitch or streaming like my full-time career as much as I would love to do that, but I just feel like I could use a win in terms of life right now, getting over the hump in terms of that.
Aren't we all your investments, Doctor? All the time, all the energy you've invested in us? Seeing how we're doing, making sure we're growing correctly?
Touche. She actually is not wrong. Not gonna lie. Not gonna lie, that is true. That is a psychologist's job, although visiting at home, not so much. Growing correctly?
He called it aversion therapy. Whenever I felt the urge to go to the sea, he would do something unpleasant.
Oh God. What unpleasant thing did he do?
I don't know what you'd call it, but it was unpleasant for me.
Okay. That doesn't.
Yes, they follow me home. They're silent. It's like a trance.
Okay.
They're in some kind of trance, like zombies, but I don't know what they want.
They just want to follow the pretty lady.
Yes. I don't talk to them, they don't talk to me.
Okay. I mean, it's pretty obvious.
I'm okay. Thanks for asking. It's rent day, and I always feel a little blue on rent day.
Feeling blue?
I pay my rent to a landlady. I don't own my own place. I'm just passing through.
Ah, drifter.
Sometimes I'll kiss a guy in a club, and then he just follows me. Wherever I go. It's creepy. I don't want everyone seeing that.
Magic kiss?
I'm not a siren, it's just how some guys are. I tried it with a woman too. She followed me. If a lot of people are watching, then it doesn't work.
Well, there you go.
They follow me wherever I go. Anywhere.
They follow you into the ocean? Ah.
They
Ah.
crowds at nightclubs and bars are different. The lights are dim. You can slink around without attracting too much attention.
Okay. Attracting. Too much attention?
Sometimes
Ah.
they
All right. Zombie? Maybe? I don't know.
you will have to.
Damn it. All right. Let's see here.
I pay my rent to a landlady. I don't own my own place. I'm just passing through.
Passing through.
I never stay in one town very long. I get bored too easily. Once you've seen the same faces over and over again, you move. Like I said before, I like to move around a lot.
Okay. How often do you move? See, I'm actually making progress here.
Nope.
He says after he fails.
I'm not a siren. It's just how some guys are. I tried it with a woman, too. She followed me. If a lot of people are watching, then it doesn't work.
Why doesn't it work with a lot of people watching?
If I kiss somebody and a lot of people are watching, they don't follow me. Too embarrassed, I guess.
Perhaps.
I never stay in one town very long. I get bored too easily.
Bored.
I don't know about that. I never stay in one town very long. I get bored too easily. Once you've seen the same faces over and over again, you move. Like I said before, I like to move around a lot.
Okay.
Sometimes I'll kiss a guy in a club, and then he just follows me. Wherever I go. It's creepy. I don't want everyone seeing that.
Why is it creepy?
I don't want people to follow me. I'm not trying to get them to do anything.
Okay.
Crowds at nightclubs and bars are different. The lights are dim. You can slink around without a...
Dim lights. I'm trying to plug in like all sorts of stuff here.
Sometimes
I'm gonna try one more.
crowds at nightclubs and bars are different. The lights are dim. You can slink around without attracting too much attention.
Alright, attracting too much attention.
Sometimes
Alright. Alright, Jaya. Any news on Ben?
I think that's all settled now. We are agreeing to pay Ben £5,000 and he's agreeing not to say anything about what he saw.
I don't know if that's a lot in British money. I don't know. That's a lot in British money.
He saw a creature coming out of Dr. Dekker's mouth. Well, at least that's the reason he's given for not emptying the bins that night. Either way, it's not the kind of publicity that we need. Shiny, happy, sane people.
Sure. Was Dr. Dekker helping?
He probably
or
did his fair share of helping and hindering. He was definitely helping in the beginning, but then seemed to lose sight of things.
Lose sight of things?
I think he was so overwhelmed by the patients he was getting. His curiosity just got the better of him. There was a definite turning point.
What was the definite
Somewhere around the time Professor Alderby turned up, that seemed to unsettle him. And then we had a flood of extra weird patients. I think it was all too much for him. I think I misjudged him. I hope you deal with it better.
Well, Cthulhu. Maybe.
It's in that police report that I gave to you. You should really take a look at it.
Yes, I did, but I wanted to ask about it all the same.
Grief is such a strange word if you keep saying it. Grief, grief, grief. It sounds like somebody's being whipped. And you're going to ask me how I feel today? Some mornings I come into work and still expect him to be here. Sometimes it feels like he actually is here, watching over me. We had a connection. It's gone now, though. You can't have a connection with the dead, can you? Not for too long, anyway. Dr. Dekker asked me to have dinner with him for Valentine's. I refused, obviously, because you don't sleep where you eat or something like that. But it was flattering, especially with competition like Mariana around.
Oh my, yes, indeed. Is Mariana
Sorry, I didn't mean I was competing. I was happy Mariana was going out with him. I didn't want to be romantic with him. We had a stronger connection than that.
Sure.
I was at home on my lonesome, Doctor, like I said before. Dr. Dekker and I shared some philosophy. We'd both read
philosophy,
The Cult of the Kinetic Mind, and we agreed with a lot of what it said. Have you read that book, Doctor?
No, I can't say I have.
In Cult of the Kinetic Mind, the author suggests that everyone is capable of psychokinesis and that the cult leaders specifically have these powers that turn their followers into disciples. It's not a fun read, but if you're into psychology, it's a blast.
Well, maybe I should. Okay. Let's see here now. Nathan.
I didn't really speak to Nathan that much at all, but I have this strange feeling that I know him really well. I can't quite put my finger on it.
That is interesting. That is interesting.
No.
What's psychokinesis?
Psychokinesis is the ability to change the physical world without actually touching it, just by using your mind. It's not just about bending spoons. It covers all sorts of things like telepathy, telekinesis, telesabalas. Shoot me, I'm a Kojak fan.
The Teletubbies? I'm just kidding. Is psychokinesis common?
Not at all in my experience. Dr. Dekker had an unusual number of patients who claimed psychokinesis. Either he'd been specifically looking for them or someone had been sending them.
Definitely not Cthulhu.
It's entirely possible that someone is targeting this practice with psychokinetic patients. To what end, I don't know. It's no coincidence that most psychokinetic patients are diagnosed as insane, or at least temporarily insane. It's a handy diagnosis if you're facing criminal prosecution, especially if it's for murder.
Pretty much.
Like I said, all those cool things are in Cult of the Kinetic Mind, apart from Kojak, obviously. If you ever get a patient who thinks they can change the world with just their mind, then duck, just in case they can. But seriously, do a whole load of shrinking and make them better. Whether you believe in psychokinesis or not, you'll need to figure out your approach with those that do.
Kojak? I gotta hear what she says here.
No, not at all in my experience. Dr. Dekker had an unusual number of patients who claimed psychokinesis. Either he'd been specifically looking for them or someone had been sending them. Psychokinesis is the ability to change the physical world without actually touching it, just by using your mind. It's not just about bending spoons. It covers all sorts of things like telepathy, telekinesis, telesabalas. Shoot me, I'm a Kojak fan.
Okay, I just needed to know how to spell it. Kojak?
Like I said.
Never mind.
How do you make people who think they have special powers better? Do you remain passive and support, encourage them, take them away?
Good question. Also, now we can move forward. Be passive.
Things could escalate. Building trust is one thing, but at what cost?
Okay. Here we are.
Dr. Dekker did send me to see his mother once. She was dying in a nursing home and he didn't want to see her. I remember him calling her a manipulative, evil old hag. You tend not to ask any more questions after that.
Freud? Freud much? After all, they are psychology.
I don't know everything. I know
was worth a try. Also, that explains Elin. Why does grief sound like being whipped?
That was a strange thing to say, wasn't it? Whipped. Am I all whips and chains in the bedroom or dominant in the boardroom? Don't answer that, it's not a question. It's early days for a harassment suit yet, what with Ben's nervous shock already.
Okay.
Honestly, I think Dr. Dekker had a bit of a crush on Mariana, or vice versa. I'm not really sure. There's some footage from their home sessions if you want to see them.
Yes, please.
That was a joke, Doctor. I guess we found our level.
Boo!
I'm fine. I'm ready for my grief counselling. I emailed you Mariana's address. I don't know why you'd want it. I suppose you're going to start doing home visits now, like Dr. Dekker?
Fine.
That's a strange question.
Okay. Excuse me.
Sorry, I didn't mean I was competing. I was happy Mariana was going out with him. I didn't want to be romantic with him. We had a stronger connection than that.
Romantic.
You're overthinking things.
Mariana?
I don't know.
Okay.
No, not at all in my experience. Dr. Dekker had an unusual number of patients who claimed psychokinesis. Either he'd been specifically looking for them or someone had.
Looking for psychokinesis? I can't spell psychokinesis. At least not off the top of my head here. Warwick.
Nope. Ask me another.
Damn it.
I was at home on my lonesome, Doctor, like I said before.
You live alone though, Jaya?
Have you been taking notes in our session, Doctor?
Okay.
Somewhere around the time Professor Alderby turned up, that seemed to...
Let's try that again, Professor Alderby. I'll try that and then I'll move forward because I think we're near the end.
That's not something I know.
Fine. We'll move forward. No hints. Yes. Oh my.
Stop looking at me like that. You made me do this. And don't try and escape. You're all tied up. Now tell me the truth. Is this a dream?
I hope it's not. Oh my, I hope it's not, Jaya. No, it's not a dream.
That's the wrong answer, Doctor. This is most definitely a dream. Now, tell me, Do you believe that people can have kinetic powers?
No.
I think you like it when I hurt you, Doctor. That's a worrying sign. People obviously have kinetic powers. That's how I'm here, testing you. Now, how do we treat people with kinetic powers? Do we encourage them or do we discourage them?
I'm afraid of getting slapped again. Discourage? I should discourage people.
Very good, Doctor. That's the right answer. Remember it, or there will be consequences. Now, since I'm here, let's have a little bit of fun. Shall we, Doctor?
What the hell is that? I don't know what kind of fun you think that is. Ain't fun for me. Ooh. Jaya. No.
There's someone else in my hour.
I brought
No,
David back to
Jaya.
I removed the chains, dressed her.
It was Iris.
We could try shifting now.
Would you like to see David, Doctor?
Sorry.
We both read The Cult of the Kinetic Mind, and that broke. It's no coincidence that most psychokinetic patients are
Grateful if you could see your way to declaring me
insane, or at least
temporarily insane.
There was no flame. And then there was.
I'll kiss a guy,
I pretended like the hypnosis had worked.
and then he just follows me
Can we maybe not talk about Hannah anymore?
wherever I go.
I may just still pull out in front of the driver.
Morning, Doctor. You're looking a bit unwell. Are they getting you all wound up? Well, have a look at this. I found it in Dropbox. Apparently, Dr. Dekker lent Mariana some money. Sounds dodgy, doesn't it? I also got the toxicology report back from Officer Yates, and shocker, Dr. Dekker had... Sorry, you just have to read it. I should have spoiler alert tattooed on my forehead. And can we not do the grief counselling thing today? I'm all sorts of behind on work and I'm getting more stressed out watching it all pile up. If you need anything though, I'm here.
Okay. So Bryce definitely has a motive, but Mariana would also have motive by asking for money. Yeah, avoid Jaya until later. Oh, hey, we got this guy, and then we got Scarlet, a different Scarlet. Well, first, toxicology report. Ethanol. And temazepam. Ooh. In other words, the drugs that he was prescribing to them. And as for the loan agreement, 15,000 pounds over 36 months. Damn. Mariana's got a nice signature. But yeah, basic loan agreement. I'm not reading this out. We're gonna finish this tonight.
Sorry, I'm Glenn. I didn't expect to be here. I was looking for the men's room.
Are you sure about that, Scotty?
Like I said, I was in the green room. You know, that new restaurant in town. I actually need to do something.
Oh, okay, so he believes he can teleport. Right?
Done. Sorry. I was in the middle of a date and needed the restroom, and here I am.
Yeah, he believes he can teleport or something.
Sorry, you're not familiar with my case. I stepped through the restroom door into your office. Sometimes when I go through a door, it opens to another place.
Right. Also, I'm going to tell you my thought process in terms of who I think killed Dr. Dekker. It's not Nathan. It's not Ellen or Elin. That leaves Claire, Bryce, and yes, even though she's beautiful, Mariana. The loan gives me the belief that it's Mariana. The grudge gives me evidence against Bryce. We'll see
No,
if this last
I shouldn't
conversation
imagine she
clinches
did.
it.
I didn't even pass through the waiting room. Besides, it's lunchtime. She won't be there.
Uh-huh.
No, not really. But it's lunchtime, and you don't normally see patients now. Well, Dr. Dekker didn't normally see patients now.
Tell me about Dekker.
Dr. Dekker was crazy. I arrived late to the party. Apparently, he was a fine, upstanding citizen before. I don't know what changed him. Of the few sessions I had with him, he'd observed me walking through doors.
What did he observe?
I'd walk through a door and I'd disappear. Then I couldn't get back. The session was £150 either way, so I paid that for a couple of times and then decided it was a bad idea. As you can see, it's still happening. The doors. I'm still vanishing from one place to another. My dad
What's
died.
causing your problem?
He was on his deathbed and I was complaining about work, women or whatever. It was an idiom. He said, when one door closes, another opens.
Yep.
Then he died. I needed those words to be important. So here I am.
That technically makes sense.
He was stoic. He had tuberculosis in his lungs. That's what killed him. Nobody knew until the end.
Yeah, it's
I
terrible.
never got to say I loved him.
Aw.
Yeah,
You regret it?
maybe. He'd split with my mum 3 years earlier. It was messy. It was bad. I didn't talk to him really at all. They called me as next of kin, said I should come in if I wanted to say goodbye. I did love him. He just broke everything. No. I hadn't seen him for so long. I just let it all out. I screamed, I shouted, I punched the walls. Do you know what he said? Sorry. Over and over again. Like he really meant it. He did. He really meant it. And when I stopped, when I was exhausted, he smiled at me. Like he cherished me. Like he'd been waiting to say sorry. Waiting for forgiveness. I didn't
Forget your
get
dad then?
I didn't get to say I loved him. I didn't get to forgive him. He just said when one door closes, another opens.
And he was gone.
And then he died. What does he think of me?
Dad
All
loves you.
those years, thinking I was the bigger man. It turns out he was. There's no going back, is there, Doctor? When one door closes, it's shut forever.
No. The door's not shut forever.
How? How do I go back?
Huh. Try to forgive
I think
yourself.
you're probably right. I've been trying to address the symptoms and not the root of the problem. You might be the best replacement doctor this place has seen. I'll book a real appointment next time, and you can help me with this. Thanks, Doctor.
Yay! Alright, we're just gonna leave it at that, because I actually technically won that scenario.
I'm feeling good. I ran into one of your other patients, Mariana. She's beautiful. I think we might go on a date.
Uh-oh. Have a look at the toxicology report.
Temazepam is the same sleeping pill Dr. Dekker prescribed me. Why would he mix those with alcohol? People are such idiots. Which reminds me, that truck driver died.
Oh. What do you know about Dr. Dekker's drinking habits?
Alcohol isn't something I usually notice on people until they're slurring and weaving around. Was Dr. Dekker an alcoholic? Probably. I never saw him drink, though.
So he was professional enough to not drink in the office, at least.
The truck driver that ran into Hannah. He was divorced, apparently. He killed himself. He mixed sleeping pills with alcohol, too. But he died in his garage. What are you trying to do most? Cure his patients or find out who killed him?
I want to cure his patients.
It's been nice chatting with you. Don't get me wrong. But I can't help but feel you're mainly interested in finding out about the old doctor. I suppose you already know Dr. Dekker thought one of his patients was trying to kill him.
Why do you think Dr.
He told
Dekker's
me in one of our
patients wanted to kill him?
sessions, which was later rewound, that someone had been leaving him messages on his prescription pad. Not good messages. He didn't tell me anything specifically. Just death threats. It was one of his many rants. I just sat there quietly, hoping he wasn't going to try and hypnotise me again. I asked him if it was a boy or a girl's handwriting. He said he knew who it was, and that they'd be in trouble. I think he was bluffing. I read it in the paper.
Raj?
He'd been drinking. Then he took the sleeping pills. Then he went into his garage and put the hose pipe through his window. Not until he put his daughter in the seat first.
Wow. Wow, that's terrible.
It's one of those newspaper stories you read and you hope it says he leaves behind his wife and 7-year-old daughter. But his daughter was in the car.
Damn.
Do you know I wrote him a letter?
Tell me about the
Dr. Dekker told me one of the ways to get through my grief would be to write a letter to the truck driver. I tried to forgive him. I know it was my fault. But the thing that made me feel best was blaming him. I think maybe he killed himself because of me. Do you think I'm to blame, Doctor?
No, you're not to blame.
His daughter's picture was in the paper. Molly. Ever since I saw a picture in the paper, I've started thinking I could see her. Out of the corner of my eye. Like she's watching me. Crazy, right?
No, it's not crazy. I saw Molly too.
Please do. I wish I could believe you. My solicitors assured me that I wouldn't have to discuss anything about my trial with you, so I'm not going to. Concentrate on my state of mind, and let me worry about other things.
Okay.
I can't really explain it, but she seems like such a friendly person. I think the police are barking
Yeah, I
up the
bet
wrong
she
tree.
doesn't. What have the police got to do with Mariana?
I think I've probably said too much. It's probably not the same girl anyway.
Alright, let's talk to Bryce then.
I'm fine. I'm worried. My pursuer in the hour, he's definitely military. I've developed a new skill to deal with him.
What? Shooting him? What new skill?
It's more of an old skill I'm bringing back to life. A while ago, when I was feeling pretty low, I teleported into this office to get some antidepressants. But last night, my pursuer approached me, drawing something from his jacket. I had nowhere to go. I remembered I could teleport, so I did. Back home. I don't know anything about sleeping pills. Why would I want any? I want to stay awake for my extra hour, not sleep through it.
Uh-huh. Sure.
Work is fine. If anything, I've been falling behind again. I think it's the stress of not being alone in the midnight hour anymore. I
Have you ever seen
remember
Dr.
Dr.
drink?
Dekker would take a sneaky dram from a bottle he keeps in his desk. He probably thought I was too busy rambling to notice. But I'm a very astute rambler.
Yeah. Yes, I'm sure you are, Bryce.
I stole a
What are you
painting.
doing?
There, I've said it. It was from the local gallery, Providence. I really like it, but I can't afford it. So I took it.
What else have you
It's
stolen?
just that one thing, just the painting I've stolen recently. I think my new pursuer is unraveling me. Is it okay to steal things, Doctor, if I really like them?
No, of course not.
I thought you'd say that. I will do my best to refrain from it, but I can't promise anything.
Uh-huh. Have you seen Jessica
I saw
again?
Jessica across the street this morning. She waved, but I just crumbled. Ever since I took those photos, I haven't been able to face her. Do you think I should tell her about the photos, Doctor?
No, don't tell her about the photos.
I didn't think I should either. She'd hate me forever. Maybe when she next waves, I'll at least wave back.
Right. You took antidepressants?
Yes, you're right. Sorry, I did come to the office once for an unscheduled visit. I forgot about that.
Okay. So you're here for an
I
unscheduled
wrote a
visit.
prescription out for myself and got it made up. Dr. Dekker didn't have to know.
Tell me how you were able
I
to
was
do
as
it.
surprised as you are. I just imagined I was somewhere else, and there I was. Perhaps Dr. Dekker was right. Think of something, and it becomes real, if you believe in it. But I'll only do it wisely. Imagine the mistakes you might make. Don't want to become one with the igneous layer too soon.
That's very true. Also,
These sessions cost a lot of money, Doctor. I'm not just going to leave in the middle of one. But I can see you don't believe me. Do you really want me to teleport, Doctor?
no.
Good. I was starting to think you didn't care about me one way or the other. Yes, that's David Castleford. I've no idea when it was taken. Shocking composition.
Okay. Tell me about your
I was
referral.
one of Dr. Dekker's first patients. I wasn't referred by
That
anyone.
makes sense.
My GP recommended I saw someone privately. I think he was just sick of listening to me complain about how little time I had during our 10-minute slot.
Oh, jeez. Yeah, I suppose. How do
My
you know?
pursuer. He's measured in his approach, watching, testing. When he finally came for me, I wasn't ready. I think he underestimated me, though, and that allowed me to escape. He didn't think I'd be able to just leave. Why do you think he's coming after me, Doctor? Oh, I think I might know.
It is kind of interesting. It's like all of a sudden you've got all of this like random like like, oh, if you believe in it, well, yeah, you know, it'll happen.
Did I say that? Did I really? Well, I can't really remember saying anything like that. I didn't take the doctor's temazepam. I took the ones that Dr. Dekker prescribed me. My head's in a strange place at the moment. It's difficult to remember everything. I think he's deaf, Doctor. I think I saved that old woman from burning to death in bed, and now he's coming after me to even the score.
Yeah, like Final Destination.
Death? Yes, perhaps it is death. I've done something good, and now I'm being punished for it. But why would it wait for me in the hour, though? Wouldn't it just come for me crossing the road?
I mean, in the Final Destination movies, it never did, so...
No, no, I'm not becoming him. I'm not becoming Dekker.
Never said you were.
No, Doctor. No, you can't. I've seen what you can do. You can listen and ask, but you don't have any real power.
Okay. Let's talk to the Scarlet Lady here, then.
Scarlet. I haven't been in since he died. Since Dr. Dekker died.
Uh-huh. What were you doing on
Valentine's Day
Valentine's
was
Day?
awful. I had a bit of an accident with a creme brulee torch and had to spend the night waiting in A&E. I melted a nail to my finger. It hurt a lot. I needed stitches.
Oh.
It's all fine now, though.
Oh, that's terrible.
He was a complicated man, as I suppose most people are. His external persona didn't match what he dreamed about.
Dreamed?
His dreams were amazing, filled with a spectrum of colours and creatures. It was like Narnia for grown-ups. That was in the beginning.
Now what, you see death?
Fluid, soft, intricate things. I couldn't draw a picture if you asked, but they drew you to them. They looked a little strange, but you felt compelled to watch them. I'm a dream walker. I can visit people and help them in their dreams. You've not caught up on all his old patients yet, then?
No.
chaotic, dark. Like an earthquake, everything you stood on shifted into something else. I think he was fighting with something internally. And it was winning. It's something I've been able to do since I was little. I was born an identical twin, and my sister and I shared dreams. We just thought it was normal. When our younger brother started having night terrors, we helped him. I just need to know the person, a little, and know they're dreaming. Then I can sort of jump into them. It's something, I think, in my mind. Firstly, I need to sleep myself. I'm constantly tired, so I can pretty much sleep on demand. Before I go, I think of jumping into that person. That's how it works for me. I've tried teaching others, but I don't know if anyone else can do it.
Movie taught.
I don't know. Lots of people. Whenever I get close enough to tell somebody about it, the first thing they want to do is try it out or have me visit their dreams. That's kind of why I'm here. Relationships.
Oh, okay. I see.
I don't know. It's a turn of phrase. Inner demons? Insanity? I don't know. I can visit dreams, but I can't force the dreamer to interact with me.
Interesting.
It's difficult to sustain them. I'm not just talking about romantic entanglements. It's hard keeping friends too. Like I said before, I tell them about my ability and they immediately want to try it out. The problem is, I don't normally like what I see. I
Why don't
think
you like what you see?
people try to show off. Firstly, they're a bit shocked if I turn up in their dream. But when they're comfortable with that, they start to put on a show. But most people can't control their dreams, so they tend to turn into nightmares pretty quickly. Oh look, I'm dreaming of a giant Stay Puft Marshmallow Man. Oh, why is it destroying New York? When you've experienced someone's dream, if they've been a bit creepy in it or terrified me, it's hard to look someone in the eyes after that. It's embarrassing. What should I do, Doctor? Should I not tell people about my ability? Keep it a secret, bottle it up?
Yeah, keep it a secret.
I'm not sure that's healthy, but I guess I could give it a try. What if it accidentally comes out? Is there anything else I can do to stop pushing people away?
Except they're just dreams.
It's difficult to do when you experience them like I do. But I know what you're saying is right. A lot of the time I assume people are controlling their dreams like I can. But they're probably directed by their subconscious, and who controls that?
You were dating
He's
Dr.
dead
Dekker?
now, so I suppose it won't affect him if I admit that. So yes, I was. Not near the end, though. Not when his dreams started changing. Like I said, my ability ruins relationships.
Yeah.
Who told you? Jaya?
No. Lucky guess. Why Jaya?
Just thought she'd know. Thought she'd know everything about her precious Dr. Dekker. Sorry, we didn't speak that much. But she was a lot like the other woman. So much control over someone who was supposed to be her superior.
Alright, Elin.
Hilda died last night. I was there. Well, I was there as her daughter. It was nice. She had a good death. She got to say what she wanted to say. Hilda
That's a
was
good death.
Hilda to the end. I was the doting daughter. Don't worry, everything's going to be okay. I love you, Mum. Then Hilda, with almost her last breath, looks me straight in the eye and says, "Don't let them take Amelia."
Who's Amelia?
Amelia's Hilda's doll. She used to have about 9 or 10 of them, all glassy-eyed and creepy looking with frilly dresses and curls. All over her room they were. In the end, we had to get rid of them. They weren't very hygienic. But we let her keep one, and that was Amelia.
Okay. Still creepy.
Most people have taken sleeping pills at some time or another, haven't they? It's probably quite easy to get hold of them. Although, I have to get a doctor to sign a prescription if I need any at work. It's probably the same for Jaya. Dr. Dekker drank a bit. I didn't say anything about it, but well, it's not very professional, is it? I mean,
Nope.
It's not like he was drunk. Must be very stressful being a therapist. Do you find it stressful, Doctor?
No, it's not
Maybe
stressful.
you're just tired then. You should get some rest. Jaya seems
dear.
really nice. I don't know why she'd want to work in a place like this. I just mean, get all these weird people coming here. I mean, I've met some of them out in the waiting room. I know they're just people, but a couple of them have seriously given me the creeps.
Okay.
She's the slightly older one, isn't she? Always well dressed? Yes, her. I'm pretty good at picking up on people's energy, and hers is cold. Actually, I think I sort of know her. Claire Castleford, isn't it? Apparently, she attacked her husband or something.
Yep, you got it.
I think of Dr. Dekker every time one of my patients dies. It makes me remember how he didn't care about his mum. He was a good therapist. He was a lousy son.
Okay. Let's ask her about all the patients then. Nathan?
I don't know who Nathan is.
Okay. Mary. Just wanted to get the correct enunciation.
I don't think I know her.
Okay. Bryce?
Bryce? I'm not sure who that is.
And why did you ask me that game?
I was angry at Dr. Dekker. Hilda's daughter, she's in Australia, so fair enough. Maybe she really couldn't get over to see her. But Dr. Dekker's mum was dying literally on the other side of town, and he just couldn't be bothered. I shifted for her.
Yeah?
But in a way, I wish I hadn't. Because it let Dr. Dekker off the hook, you know? I didn't realise how little he cared until I told him the news.
Mm-hmm. Makes sense.
I'm keeping her safe until I can pass her on to Hilda's daughter. Maybe she'll fly over for the funeral. I don't know.
Makes sense.
Are you okay, Doctor? You look a bit pale. Yes,
Dr. Dekker
I told
know
Dr.
you could shift?
Dekker. Most other people wouldn't have believed me, but he did. In fact, he cared
Gee,
far
I wonder
more
why.
about shifting than he did about his mum dying.
Gee, I wonder why.
For a moment, I thought he might cry. Just for a split second. But he didn't. He just carried on with our session. I wish I knew what went on there. Jaya probably knows. She spent quite a long time with Sarah when she visited.
Interesting.
Yes, once. I wanted to show him what I could do so he could see for himself. I took his hand, I told him to think of a loved one, and then there was nothing. I mean, literally nothing, just an empty void. The only thing I could feel was his hand holding mine. I'm pretty sure without that I'm not sure I could have made it back. I referred myself because of Dr. Dekker's mother. Was I supposed to have a letter? Terry hasn't been into work for a few days. I hope there's nothing wrong with her.
Are you just pretending to care?
Terry and
about
I are
Sarah?
never going to be best friends, but I wouldn't wish her ill.
That's good.
You've never seen me angry, have you, Doctor? Don't say things like that when you don't mean them. It causes upset.
Okay. Hello, Claire.
There's no lake house today, sorry. David's not doing very well. He's caused a problem with the girl. I need to do something.
Nice outfit, by the way.
The little girl, our neighbour at the lake house, she says David is weird and creepy.
Doctor! Oh, sorry.
Damn you,
I found some of the
Jaya.
referral letters we were talking about. There is a pattern, but it's not the same for everyone. He said to get them to you ASAP, so here you go.
God damn it. Jump scare. Goddamn jump scare. Also, yeah, this is a little bit creepy, but definitely not. Dear Dr. Dekker, she's been charged with murder and we require diagnosis. Has the men's. Okay. Okay. Mentally unstable. Okay. Yeah, basically, the referral letters for, there's something strange about the referral letters. These solicitor names. I'm not sure I get the connection.
David has been hunting and skinning again. But from the look of the torso, he caught a domestic cat. I'm being generous. It was definitely a cat. I spoke to David about it, but I have no idea if he can comprehend me or not. He just grunts at me. He doesn't even smile anymore. Not at all.
Alright, so I think I'm going to end up finishing talking to Claire, and then I really hate to draw this out, but I will probably end up having to do yet another stream of this to finish it.
Yes, sorry. I left out an important detail. The girl, Anushka, she was crying because her cat had gone missing, and she thinks that David killed it. Doctor, I'm worried.
And
I spoke to her again. She wouldn't tell me her name, which is quite right. I am a stranger after all. So I gave her the name Anushka. She said the man that lives in the lake house is weird and creepy. I'm worried that David's not going to stop at cats. He's killed deer, rabbits, wild birds, and now cats. I'm worried he might add little girls to his list. I can't stop him. I can't stop him. I can't control him in any way at all. Ever since I brought him back from the dead, he has done nothing but ignore me. I'm starting to think that...
What are you starting
that I
to
need
think?
to put David out of his misery. That I need to end his suffering. That I need to kill him again. What shall I do, Doctor? Should I kill David?
Yes.
I love him so much. But you're right. It's time. He's becoming a danger to people around him, not just himself. I've never used sleeping pills. I'm too afraid of what would happen to me in my sleep.
Okay.
If Dr. Dekker was an alcoholic, he hid it well. I never saw him drink. He certainly never offered me a drink. God knows I could have used one. I never talked to Tobias, but I did talk to Iris. I told her who saved her and that it was a patient here. She broke down on the phone. Most unbecoming. I wonder what kind of gift basket he'll get. Oh yes, here. From a few weeks ago. As you can see, Doctor, he looks perfectly normal.
Well, now we know a name to the face.
Dr. Dekker was very quiet in our sessions after seeing David. After a while, he started talking about David like he was a pet, asking me what I fed him, what he'd do in certain conditions. I think he was fascinated with it all, and David and I had become new test subjects for him. When I said David never listens to me, he urged me to start giving David treats for pleasing me. Not in that way, but showing him how to close a door, for example. If he did it, give him a treat. It did actually work, but I had to stop myself. I felt like I was training a monkey. It just wasn't right.
Interesting.
Dr. Dekker asked me if I'd ever accidentally locked David in, which I hadn't, but curiosity got the better of me, so I locked him in the lake house. He couldn't get out. He didn't have the wherewithal to operate the lock. My solicitors did refer me, but I ended up going privately as it was cheaper. I'm paying them enough already without them getting a percentage of my therapy bill.
Okay.
That's an interesting idea, Doctor. It's not really something that needs to be done, though. I have no intention of reanimating anybody anymore. It hasn't gone very well in the past.
Okay. At least you're honest. Alright. So, I really hate to do this, but we are coming up on over 3 hours. I do have work tomorrow, and I do think that this has dragged on a little bit. So, I am definitely going to finish The Infectious Madness of Dr. Dekker. I will do so next week. So next week's FiMV Friday will maybe be a little shorter as we put the bow on this mystery. But until then, I will see you guys on the next stream, which will be on Monday, and we will be starting Siren for the originally for the PlayStation 2, but I will obviously be playing I will be playing the PlayStation 4 version or port. So yeah, I hope you guys all have a good rest of your weekend. Thank you all for watching. Stay happy, stay healthy, stay beautiful, stay sane, and ta-ta for now.